Hello friends, so this is the second video I am uploading on YouTube regarding the ultrasound machine and its probes, which are usually called transducers in the physics language. So if I talk about the ultrasound machine, so that would be a type of boring video, because I have already made a video on that. So this particular video is only for the probes that are used in the ultrasound scanning. So this is the probe. This is how an ultrasound probe, which we call a transducer in physics language, looks like. And the substance you stuck on the probe is called the jelly. So this is the ultrasound jelly, which is used as a sticky material that is applied on the patient's body or the organ which is going to be diagnosed with the ultrasound. So the functioning of this probe is the only topic I am going to discuss with you, and I am not going to preach any lecture, or I am not going to give you any type of gyan. So first of all, this is just for an educational purpose, animated educational person, or whatever you say. So the functioning of the probe is that inside the probe we have a piezoelectric material. So there are crystals in this probe, and what happens when the probe is applied on the patient's body, so it just there is a cable attached to the probe and going right into the machine. So this is how the cable travels throughout the machine. You can see it here, okay? And here is a CPU, or I think no, it is not a CPU, it is inverter or UPS. So it is the UPS. This is a different topic. Let's not deviate from our main topic. So what happens, guys? Inside this probe inside the probe there is piezoelectric material, and when we apply the probe on the patient's body, the electric signals that are generated through the machine, they travel through the piezoelectric crystals, and the piezoelectric crystals, and these piezoelectric crystals, what they do, they generate signals, okay? So you can read about piezoelectric effect. It was discovered a long ago before in the physics, obviously. The signals generated by these piezoelectric the piezoelectric crystals that are inside this probe, they actually just change the form of energy. If you are a physics student, you have gone through physics, so you must know about it, that a transducer is an electric device which is supposed to convert energy from one form to another, okay? So we all know that energy cannot be destroyed, okay? It can only be transformed from one form to another form, okay? Oh guys, I deviate a lot. I tried my best not to deviate from the topic, but still I am deviating from my topic. Please help me, guys. I can't help myself but deviate from the topic. So what happens? So the electric signal that is coming right from this wire, and those electric signals interact with those piezoelectric crystals inside the probe. Guys, please excuse me for the noise. These are some what I call them, they are some foolish people. So the electric current that is coming right from this wire into this probe, and the electric signal is actually is actually traveling through those piezoelectric crystals that are put inside this probe, and the merely purpose of those piezoelectric crystals is to generate the ultrasound waves. Okay guys, so what happened here? Here the energy is transformed from one form to another form, because we know that this probe received energy in the form of electrical signals. Okay, and it just transformed those electrical signals in the ultrasound waves. So ultrasound waves is also a kind of energy, we know that. Okay, so and those ultrasound waves, so ultrasound waves ultrasound waves are the kind of waves having frequency, I think, higher than that of sound. Yes, that is why we call them ultrasound waves. Okay, ultra means above, going beyond something, and sound means sound. So waves that are in any way going beyond or above, going beyond the sound waves. So guys, those ultrasound waves that previously were converted from electric signals into this form, into this ultrasound form. So these ultrasound waves just travel through the body of the patient. So the patient is supposed to lie here. Okay, so this is the bed. Let me just clean it guys. I am not that experienced conversator in English, so I am just trying my way. I'm just trying out. So what is done here? So the patient is supposed to lie here, and we just put this probe on the patient's body like this. Okay, so it is to be done by the doctor, and then those ultrasound waves travel through the patient. Okay, and then they just bounce back from the body of the patient, and we know that still those ultrasound waves are in the form of sound, and those sound waves are then when they bounce back, when they return from the body of the patient, they are in the form of sound waves. And what happens guys, the same probe which was used to throw the ultrasound waves into the patient's body, it catches those waves, the same waves, but with different properties. The point to be noted is that the waves which actually went into the body of the patient, and the second ones are those that are received by this device. They have different properties. The properties are not the same, and then the difference in the properties is calculated, and we just, so the only thing about this probe is that the conversion of the energy from one form to another, and this is how an ultrasound diagnosis is performed. So I think, let me just think if there is still something that needs to be talked about. I have talked about the gel. Okay, so this is the gel. We have the jelly in these boxes. Let me show you. So this is the jelly guys. Okay, so this is the jelly. We apply it to the body of the patients, and this is the machine, but I cannot show you the whole functioning of the machine because I am not a doctor. But if you want to know something about this machine, I have already made a separate video on this machine, and I have already showed how to play with this machine. Not to play, okay guys, it is not something to play with. It is a very 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 serious beast, costs lakhs of rupees, not a cakewalk to use it. Okay, it's like a white elephant, not easy to take care of. only the wealthy ones are worthy enough to, take care of this machine. So the keyboard is here, QWERTY keyboard. We have a QWERTY keyboard. Okay, so, and yeah, not to forget about this probe, guys. Okay, so this is a TVS transvaginal study probe. It is not a child's play. Okay, this is something very, very serious stuff, man. You haven't got to play with this one. Okay, I am not supposed to touch this. So we all know transvaginal, we put this probe. So this is its cover. I am not going to remove it. We just apply a condom on this probe. Okay, so the protection is needed. Obviously, it is the first and foremost that is to be kept in mind while performing a TVS ultrasound. So the probe is then easily or softly or smoothly inserted into the vagina of the patient. Okay, guys, please don't laugh while watching this video, or please do not try to make fun of my language or the way I am talking in the video, because I am not a professional speaker in English. Okay, English is not my professional language. I am a Hindi guy, but still who loves to speak in English, who loves to learn about English. So yeah, the primary motive of behind my making this video was not to show you the functioning of the machine or the probes, but it was to actually perform in front of no one speaking English. Okay, so the purpose was it. This was it, and it was this. This was it. It was this. So क्या रह गया भाई? अभी क्या बचा है इधर? What else can I show you now? So the company is General Electrics, if I pronounce it correctly. Okay, guys, I think we will again meet in another video if I get any topic. Okay, there are a lot of buttons that are needed while performing the ultrasound, and I know none of them. The only thing I know about this machine is this ball. I like balls. I really like balls, guys. Yes, but this is not a soft one. It is hard one. You will need to just play with this if you are a doctor. So guys, just try your best. If you are medical students, NEET aspirants, radiologist is or can be one of the best options for someone who is behind or who wants to become a doctor or something like that. So radiologist can also be one of your choices if you are a medical aspirant.